Hello and welcome to another Canguro English Daily Digest. My name is Christian and today is Wednesday, best day of the week. Today's word of the day I love because although it's not a very common word, it has a great story and it's related to a lot of other really important words in English. So now English has a lot of words with origins from Greek, and you know the Greek culture is especially interested in the Greek gods, right? In the stories of the famous gods. You know, Zeus and Hera and all of those. Now, there were these nine. That's nine. there were these nine particular Greek gods. They were daughters of Zeus, and there was the goddess, of poetry, the goddess of tragedy, the goddess of different types of arts, right? So they were the goddesses of arts, and they were called the Muses. Okay, that's what they were. These nine patrons of the arts, right? So in English we have this word muse. Now a muse is a noun and a verb, right? And it's interesting how they overlap, but they don't. Okay, so a muse as a noun is an imaginary or a real person or thing that inspires you to create art. So, for example, Scarlett Johansson is one of Woody Allen's muses. So the real existence of Scarlett Johansson inspires Woody Allen to make movies. Okay, so she is his muse. Other famous artists in history had muses. But it could also be an imaginary thing, like your muse could be a concept like love. Right? So it's something real or imaginary that inspires you to create art, music, poetry, painting, sculpture. Because originally these Greek goddesses were the Muses, and they inspired people to make art. Now, the verb to muse is similar but different. It's the same but different. So, muse as a verb basically means to think, right? To ponder, to ruminate, to run things over into your mind, to wonder, to speculate. So you can muse about, imagine if I was a millionaire. And then you just muse about that, right? And it seems obvious that they come from the same place. That muse the verb and muse the noun come from the same Greek idea, because musing is like thinking about imaginary things and goddesses are imaginary. But no. Muse, the verb, probably came from this. Now, another English vocabulary word is muzzle. Now, muzzle is the technical word for the nose of a dog or other animals. But, you know, a nose that sort of comes out is like a muzzle, like a protruding nose, mouth kind of thing, right? So dogs have muzzles. And so when a dog is thinking about stuff, or thinking stuff over in its mind, it's like this. Right? Or a human, When humans are wondering, they do this, right? They look up. The muzzle, the nose is And so muzzle, muse. So the verb has no relation to the goddesses. The verb is about sticking your nose in the air and imagining things. Right? Amazing. But it was probably influenced by the other word. So it's influenced, it's the same, but it's different. So now I want to talk about other words related to muse, okay, which are more common. So muse gives us, of course, music. Because one of the goddesses, she was the patron of music. So music comes from muse. You are inspired to make beautiful sounds by the goddess. Muse also gives us the word amuse, to be amused. I'm so amused because when you're amused by something, right, you're thinking about it. Your brain's activated. You're funny. I love playing the guitar. It's amusing to me because your brain is thinking. Muse also gives us bemuse. B-E-M-U-S-E. Bemuse. Bemuse is when you're like, what? Like that John Travolta thing. Because if you're bemused, you're thinking, but you're confused. You don't know what's happening. And finally, muse gives us a museum. Of course. A museum is a place that's full of art and music and pottery and sculpture and all of those things inspired by those Greek goddesses. Pretty cool. Pretty cool word of the day, huh? I'm addicted to these things. Okay, they're licorice and menthol. Great combination. I wanted to tell you about another thing in today's word of the day, about brain implants, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow. So, have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you in class.